Welcome back. Let's dive into the biggest AI stories from this week. From breakthrough chips to billion-dollar funding splashes, the AI landscape just keeps moving faster. Up until now, Gemini was primarily able to answer questions based on general knowledge, previous conversations, or one connected op at a time. This meant that responses often remained broad, even when Google had specific personal context available. Personal intelligence changes this by enabling Gemini to think across several Google apps simultaneously. Often, the answers you need are scattered across your emails, photos, calendars, and searches. Now, Gemini can pull data from authorized apps like Gmail, Google Photos, YouTube, Workspace, and Search whenever it's needed. It integrates this data within a single reasoning window. There's no long-term memory in the model. It only uses context when requested. Key features include reasoning across multiple apps like Gmail, Photos, YouTube, Workspace, and Search, real-time data retrieval instead of relying on a permanent memory, operates on existing Gemini models with additional orchestration layers. Users must opt in for app connections, which are initially turned off. Personal intelligence is launching in beta for US Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers via the Gemini app. Vercel has rolled out standardized React performance rules aimed at supporting automated refactoring within agent workflows. 8,925 likes, Grok 4 fast benchmark. Vercel introduced React best practices after noticing a recurring pattern in production React applications. Teams develop features, performance declines, and engineers end up troubleshooting symptoms instead of addressing the root causes. Performance issues typically stem from similar origins: asynchronous tasks that become sequential, unnoticed bundle size increases, and components re-rendering too frequently. This rule set mandates that agents address high-impact problems first, every time, by making the same decisions that developers would in real-life scenarios. The repository encodes over a decade's worth of React and Next.js optimization knowledge into a format AI agents can leverage. Now, both you and your agents can apply consistent performance logic across your entire codebase with every change. What it includes: over 40 performance rules across 8 categories ranked from their impact, clear patterns for dealing with async waterfalls, bundle growth, and unnecessary re-renders. Each rule provides examples of failing code alongside corrected versions, impact levels from critical to low to help prioritize. How agents use it? Rules are compiled into an agent.md file reference. Agents consult this during code reviews or when refactoring. Install with npx @skills/vercel-labs/agent skills, compatible with Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, and OpenCode. Anthropic has launched Tool Search in Claude Code to mitigate context costs associated with large MCP tool collections. 8,472 likes, Grok 4 fast benchmark. With MCP's growing adoption, servers now expose over 50 tools, requiring Claude Code to preload every schema into context. This system works at a small scale, but falters as context gets filled before actual tasks begin. The issue becomes evident quickly. Teams operating 7 or more MCP servers end up using over 67K tokens just on tool descriptions. Context becomes crowded with definitions rather than code or reasoning. MCP remains useful, but scalability poses challenges. Tools are only relevant when needed. Claude Code now assesses tool schema sizes and adjusts behavior when descriptions occupy more than 10% of the context window. Instead of preloading, it selectively searches and loads only the necessary tools. How it works: it identifies MCP tool descriptions exceeding 10% of context space, switches from preload to search-based tool discovery, loads tools based on their name, description, parameters, and server instructions. What changes? Eliminates fixed token overhead from unused tools, retains existing MCP execution behavior, transfers relevance control to server instructions. How you use it? MCP servers don't need protocol modifications. MCP clients implement a tool search tool for custom search logic. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every one of them. If you're ready to track the next frontier, hit subscribe. Thanks for hanging out today. I'll catch you in the next one.